everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this month's episode of Pegasus. I am your host, Dr. Brittany Moore Henderson. Joining me today is Dr. Deborah Moore, Assistant Clinical Professor here at the College of Veterinary Medicine. Thank you for joining me today, Dr. Moore.
Hi, Dr. Moore Henderson. It's nice to see you.
So, Dr. Moore, just starting off, can you give our guests just some information about you?
Yes, I am a veterinarian located at the Institute for Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, but I am a faculty member of the College of Veterinary Medicine in Starkville. And I primarily work with marine mammals and sea turtles here. And we have a relationship that I think that we'll talk about a little bit later with Mississippi State University.
And Dr. Moore, where did you do your initial training at?
Okay, I'm a graduate of Tuskegee University, and then I went to the University of Puerto Rico in Mayagüez. They have a marine science program there that's actually a little bit off of the island itself, but they have a master's and PhD program there. I had a mixed animal veterinary practice as well that I worked at, that I opened and established in Puerto Rico for over 20 years.
Okay. What led you here to Mississippi State?
Well, after working in Puerto Rico, I was the veterinarian for the Caribbean Stranding Network on the island. And then I did manatee work and sea turtle work with the Department of Natural and Environmental Resources. I came back to Mississippi because my mother lives here, my father lives here, and we have 5 generations actually from Pascagoula, Mississippi. So I came back to help her. And I still wanted to work, but my passion has always been marine life. So I came over to the Institute for Marine Mammal Studies and began volunteering.
Okay. So how is that partnership between Mississippi State and IMMS? I know you have said it's the Institute for Marine Mammal Studies, but how is that partnership?
The partnership works by, it's a collaboration. It's a grant that we were given related to the money that from the oil spill. And we have a relationship where the veterinary school partners with the Institute for Marine Mammal Studies. So it's a wonderful opportunity for veterinary students, all veterinary students in the college of veterinary medicine, to come down and have the opportunity to work with marine mammals and sea turtles. So they get hands-on work experience, and they're able to practice what they learn in working with terrestrial animals, but with aquatic species.
Definitely. So yeah, our students, they definitely get the opportunity to come down, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But what would you say is how a typical day may look for you down there at IMMS?
It depends. This is a job that is constantly changing because we deal with strandings, and every coastal state has a stranding network. They deal with any cetacean, which would be dolphins or whales, that strand on the beaches. And we also work with all sea turtles that strand here. So there are 7 species of sea turtles, and we primarily work with Kemp's Ridley sea turtles. So an average day might be during stranding season, which is right now, would be we'll get a call for a dolphin that's dead on the beach, that has died out in the water, and then we'll wash in on shore. Or sometimes dolphin calves will strand. So we would go out, respond to those animals, and if it's a necropsy that can be done right there on the beach, we'll do it on the beach. If not, it's brought back here to do a necropsy, or sometimes I will travel with the animal up to Mississippi State University.
Awesome.
Then I may do physical examinations on dolphins in the water, work with sea turtles, providing medical care.
So it sounds like you can have a busy day and you just don't know how your day may go when you wake up. So every day is different. So that's good. So what would you say, how's that collaboration with here at Mississippi State, working with our faculty as well as students?
We have a wonderful relationship with the faculty there. We deal with from pathologists to ophthalmologists to internal medicine people. And what we do is I will make a contact with the person that, for example, with an internal medicine specialist. And for example, Dr. John Thomason has come down to IMMS and done scoping or endoscopy on dolphins or sea turtles. Or with Dr. Morgan, we do necropsies on, which are like autopsies, but on animals. We'll do necropsies on all of the dolphins that strand on the beaches that are dead and that are not in advanced decomposition.
Okay. And for our, I know sometimes that, like you said, we will see you'll bring up animals to be necropsy. What about, do you ever bring up live animals for our faculty and students to work with?
Absolutely. We have transported, uh, actually, we've transported several sea turtles up to Mississippi State. Sometimes they'll need a CT scan. And that's one of the most beautiful things about the relationship. We're able to use that technology, excuse me, for looking at animals with CT or MRI images. So we've gone over to the center where the MRI machine is located, and or we'll do procedures right there in the veterinary hospital, and that's oh, that's amazing. Dr. Bedbees, the ophthalmologist, has worked on excuse me, on sea turtle eyes as well.
Awesome. So you definitely, like you said, that our students get the opportunity, well, our faculty and students get the opportunity to come down and work with you. And sometimes you will bring things up to us so that you can all be involved in whatever case that's going on. So our students are able to just get a variety of experience. So do our students, do they get an opportunity to spend a lot of time with you?
Well, yes, we have students that do veterinary externships here, and I think one of the goals is to have students have the opportunity to have a hands-on experience. So, one of the students that came down to work with us was really excited to be able to get down and use an ultrasound machine and do her own scans of dolphins. And so we had her out there on the dock working with the dolphin, scanning them and checking their lungs. You just have to, the anatomy of all mammals is similar. So you just translate that over into another species. So right now we have a veterinary student that's doing her externship here, and she's selected to work with cow nose rays and their reproductive process. So it's fascinating.
It is definitely that our students can gain this experience. I mean, I graduated in 2016 and we didn't have that partnership just yet. And I'm already kind of jealous that I didn't get an opportunity then to come as a student, but I know I can come now. But it's
Right.
awesome that our students are able to gain that experience right now because very few other veterinary schools have this type of program. So that's a good thing about Mississippi State. So going on to think about like just job opportunity. I know if students are interested in marine mammal medicine, how does how are the job opportunities for that particular area?
Well, this is a really highly specialized area, and job opportunities are not readily available, but there are opportunities. There's always opportunities. Right now, we have Dr. Barrett, Krista Barrett, who is working on her master's degree at Mississippi State in the epidemiology, working with epidemiologists, and that is an entree into working with marine mammals in the future. They have opportunities through doing like pathology. We have one student that's very much interested, and so she's working with Dr. Morgan and doing a lot of the necropsies as well with us to help get better training. So there are opportunities around the country. We have aquaria around the country that have marine mammals. We have stranding networks that have marine mammals. We have in our country, we have the Navy Marine Mammal Foundation or program that have opportunities available for externships and internships. And then there's just a host of opportunities. You just need to look into it and find out what's available.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Dr. Moore. That is of course, a lot of good information, especially if we have prospective students that are thinking about marine mammal medicine. You provided us with a good amount of information about that. So thank you so much for joining us today. And that is going to conclude today's show. If you all have any questions, comments, or suggestions about today's show, please email me at brittany.henderson@msstate.edu. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you next time here on Pegasus.